Payton Pritchard has averaged 14.1 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.4 assists in 65 games this season. The Boston Celtics superstar was selected 26th overall in the 2020 NBA Draft by the Celtics, but has reached the NBA Finals with the team in both 2022 and 2024, securing a championship in 2024. But today's video isn't about Pritchard alone. We are going to take you on an interesting journey, which will investigate the careers of the recruits ranked higher than Pritchard to understand their paths and outcomes. However, the question you will likely be asking is, how come 25 players were ranked higher than Pritchard, and what was used to determine this ranking? Typically, there are 60 players in each year's draft. Draft numbers are assigned based on the player's performance from high school to college, and each player must complete at least a year of college to be eligible for the NBA. While Pritchard has performed beyond the expectations of many, based on the criteria, he was the 26th NBA prospect in 2020. Before we go further, like and subscribe to the channel. It's free, but will help us a lot. Now, let's go back to Pritchard. If we are going to talk about those ranked higher than Pritchard, it would be best to start with the number 1 draft pick, Anthony Edwards. The Ant-Man, or simply Ant, was an exceptional talent, and the initial expectation by scouts was that he would take the NBA to new, unprecedented heights. Frankly, his performances before joining the NBA backed up that belief. Edwards chose to play for the University of Georgia so he could remain near his family. During his first season, 2019-20, Edwards led all Division I freshmen with a 19.1 points per game average, and he won SEC Freshman of the Year honors. However, he also committed 87 turnovers in 32 games and shot just 40% from the floor, including a meager 29% from three-point range. After the NCAA basketball tournament was canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Edwards announced that he was leaving Georgia for the NBA. Entering the 2020 NBA Draft, Edwards was considered a wild card. However, he was selected as the number 1 overall pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. At the time, ESPN noted on its website, he has sharp long-range shooting touch, an ability to score off the dribble, and a nose for driving to the basket, plenty to overshadow his uneven one-and-done college season. The 24-year-old had a breakout season in 2023-24. He averaged 25.9 points per game and became the 3rd youngest NBA player to score 6,000 points, behind LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Minnesota finished the regular season with a record of 56-26, and Edwards was 7th in voting for league MVP. He ramped it up in the playoffs, averaging 31 points and 8 rebounds per game in Minnesota's first-round sweep of the Phoenix Suns. He scored 40 points in the final game of that series. In the Western Conference semifinals, Edwards averaged nearly 28 points per game as the Timberwolves defeated the defending champion Denver Nuggets in a thrilling 7-game series. Edwards' skills extended beyond the basketball court. In 2022, he had a part in the Netflix movie Hustle, starring Adam Sandler as an NBA scout. Edwards' character, Kermit Wiltz, mercilessly taunts the film's hero, Bo Cruz, Juancho Hernangomez. Critics praised Edwards' performance. From Edwards, we move to LaMelo Ball. He was the 3rd overall pick of the year's draft. Ball began high school at Chino Hills High School in Chino Hills, California, where he won a state championship and achieved national success as a freshman with his older brothers Lonzo and LiAngelo. Ball was a 5-star recruit and committed to UCLA, but chose to forego college basketball amid eligibility concerns and play in Australia for the Illawarra Hawks of the National Basketball League, NBL, in 2019. There, he had a meteoric rise. Previously, scouts had marked Ball as a 2nd-round pick and potentially never playing in the NBA. However, his success led him to be selected 3rd overall by the Hornets in the 2020 draft. He was named Rookie of the Year in 2021 and was also included in the Rookie Team of the Year. Although he is an exceptional talent, Ball has battled with injuries, and that seems to be the only thing hindering him from being the face of the NBA. The next player is Tyrese Haliburton. He played college basketball for the Iowa State Cyclones. As a freshman at Iowa State, he set the program's single-game assists record. Haliburton led the United States to a gold medal and earned all-tournament team honors at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup in Heraklion, Greece. The point guard was selected by the Sacramento Kings 12th overall in the 2020 NBA Draft and was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team in 2021. However, in 2022, Haliburton was acquired by the Indiana Pacers as part of a trade package for Domantas Sabonis. The move turned out to be what he needed, as he has taken his game to the next level since he joined the Pacers. He earned back-to-back East All-Star selections, as a reserve in 2023 and as a starter in 2024. Overall, he has been named twice as an NBA All-Star, 2023-2024. He has also earned All-NBA Third Team in 2024 and NBA Assists Leader in 2024. Then we have Cole Anthony. The 25-year-old born in Portland, Oregon, has rapidly ascended the ranks of professional basketball, showcasing exceptional talent and determination. As of February 2025, at 25 years old, he stands as a prominent figure in the NBA, playing as a point guard for the Orlando Magic. Choosing to play college basketball at the University of North Carolina, Cole continued to impress, averaging 18.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game during his freshman year. Despite a knee injury that sidelined him for part of the season, he declared for the 2020 NBA Draft and was selected 15th overall by the Orlando Magic. In his rookie NBA season, Cole made an immediate impact, earning Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month honors in January 2021. As of the 2024-2025 NBA season, Cole remains a pivotal player for the Orlando Magic. His leadership on the court and consistent performance have been instrumental in the team's competitive standing. Off the court, Cole has engaged in various community initiatives, reflecting his commitment to giving back and making a positive impact beyond basketball. If you were enjoying this, like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go back to Pritchard. The 2020 NBA Draft had many players who made a difference in the NBA. However, some just couldn't live up to the hype they came into the league with on draft night. But some exceeded expectations. It is better to celebrate success than failure. So, let's start with success stories. Number 3 selection LaMelo Ball earned his first All-Star nod last season and looks like a future star, as all his top statistical comps are Hall of Famers. In his rookie season, the Hornets rookie had his career-high 34 points along with 8 assists in a win over the Utah Jazz. LaMelo Ball is also the youngest player ever in NBA history to have a triple-double and was awarded the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month award in January and February. As a rookie, he averaged 15.8 points per game, 6.1 rebounds per game, and 6.4 assists per game on his way to winning the Rookie of the Year award for 2021. LaMelo Ball remains a top player in the league even this season, as he is averaging 12.5 points per game this season. The next success story on our list is Immanuel Quickley. He was the 25th NBA draft pick for 2020. After being drafted by the league in November, he was first transferred to the Minnesota Timberwolves and then traded to the New York Knicks from Minnesota Timberwolves with Matthias Lazort and a 2020 second-round pick, number 33, for Leandro Bolmaro. So, Quickley improved his performance over the years with the Knicks. But the milestone moment for Immanuel Quickley was when he was traded to the Toronto Raptors. When the Raptors management increased his playing time, then it also led to an increase in his scoring skills and three-point shooting beyond the point line. Immanuel Quickley is sprouting his skills in the league as a baller. That's why he was able to make it to the all-rookie second team in the NBA. However, apart from that, the titular achievements like championships and MVPs are far away from him. Now, let's talk about the underperformers. Every draft has its busts, and for the 2020 draft, there are many busts. First is James Wiseman. The draft's number 2 pick is currently in the G League and has appeared in just 2 NBA games, spanning 14 total minutes since early November. Wiseman's path hasn't been easy. He played just 3 games in college due to NCAA eligibility issues. He faced a truncated adjustment period to the NBA due to the pandemic, and he missed the entire 2021-22 season due to injury. Yet even those caveats can't explain how much worse the Warriors have played with Wiseman on the floor. Over his career, the 7-footer ranks 755th out of 775 players in RAPM, a plus-minus stat that adjusts for teammates and opponents. But he is not alone. The Suns didn't even pick up Jalen Smith's third-year option, making him the first top 10 pick since Joe Alexander from the 2008 draft with that distinction. And while the Hawks' Onyeka Okongwu and the Knicks' Obi Toppin have both flashed potential in spurts, neither athletic big has managed to seize more playing time or take noticeable steps forward this season. You can see the negative sign in their expectations column, which represents how far they are below the expectations of scouts since they joined the NBA. One of the major reasons behind the struggles of most of these underperformers has been injuries, but some of them are just not having a good time because they can't cope with the expectations of fans. If you have enjoyed watching this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go back to Pritchard. Although the 2020 NBA Draft has seen many busts, there is a player who's made a transformative change on his team. Interestingly, he wasn't even ranked in the top 25 that year. Enter Payton Pritchard, who plays for the Boston Celtics. The point guard basketball journey began at Wesleyan High School in Wesleyan, Oregon, where he led the team to 4 consecutive state titles and earned a notable 4-star rating from ESPN. After a successful high school career, Pritchard decided to attend Oregon University, and he quickly started making waves as a freshman for the Oregon Ducks basketball team during the 2016-17 season. Despite being a freshman, he played a significant role for the Ducks that year. Pritchard was the only freshman to start in the Final Four appearance that year, which showcased his potential. In his sophomore year, Pritchard averaged 14.5 points, 4.8 assists, and 3.6 rebounds per game as he became the only returning starter for the Ducks from the previous season. His outstanding performance earned him the title of MVP of the Pac-12 tournament. Although he was ranked lower than most people believe he deserved, Pritchard has been a revelation and one of the reasons many are doubting the authenticity of the 2020 draft, because despite being ranked 26th out of 60 in the 2020 draft, he has been a revelation. Since being drafted, Pritchard has been a key player for the Celtics from the bench. Pritchard was a member of the Celtics team during the 2023-24 season when the team clinched the NBA title. In the season, Pritchard averaged 9.6 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game. In the season 2024-25, Pritchard is averaging 3.2 three-pointers per game. When compared to all those ranked higher than him, Pritchard comes out ahead. And with the exception of Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball, and Emmanuel Quickley, Pritchard would have been undoubtedly the best player from the draft. During Game 2 of the 2024 NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks on June 9th, Pritchard made a 34-foot three-pointer at the buzzer to end the third quarter as the Celtics won 105-98. 8 days later in Game 5, he made a half-court shot at the buzzer to end the first half of the closeout 106-88 victory, giving Pritchard his first NBA championship. On March 5, 2025, Pritchard had a career-high 43 points in addition to 10 rebounds and 5 assists in a 128-118 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers as he and Derek White became the first Celtics teammates to make 9 or more three-pointers in the same game. Pritchard had 10 and the first to score 40 or more points in the same game. White had 41. They are also the first NBA teammates to score 19 three-pointers in a single game and the first to have at least 40 points and 7 three-pointers each. The achievement was especially noteworthy in that Pritchard was not even a starter in the game. The 2020 NBA Draft was a memorable one, as it was the first time the draft was done via video conference. However, there is another thing unique about the draft. It is the first draft, with the exception of LaMelo Ball, that has no player ranked in the top 10 flourishing in the league. Overall, the fallout shows the unpredictability of players' development from high school to professional basketball. The reasons for this unpredictable outcome include injuries, failure to cope with the hype, and inability to adapt to the pressure of the league. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the game's biggest stars. We'll see you in the next one.